Well, everyone, and welcome to the Emily Pearl Show live from the studio. I think we're in two. Okay. All right, then. So, thanks so much for joining us. And those of you who are at football games on Friday night, I know local, I know you guys will come in and catch us on tomorrow and Sunday. Okay. So, we know that you might not can come in the comment column, but we're going to get to share. We got a special guest in tonight for you that you're going to be so excited to meet. He is a film producer, writer, and director. Hello, Sassy Sandra. Memphis State Tigers. What's up with those Tigers, girl? Hey, thanks so much for joining us. All right, let me get the rest of the team in here. And then we're going to go ahead and proceed with the show because we only have him for about 13 minutes, okay? All right, then. How about the hostess of the most, Sybil Marie Presley, known all the way in Memphis, Tennessee, through Australia and the UK? Hi, Sybil.
Well, hey, I'm all excited about our show tonight, and I know happy that Stephen popped in to visit with us.
Yeah, me too. All right, there is the heartbeat of the South and every beat of my heart. My son, Tim Herrington. Hey, Tim.
Hey, Mom, how's everybody doing? How y'all doing, ladies?
All right, we're hanging in here.
All right.
Excited to meet and talk and chat with our guests tonight.
Yes,
I don't
yes.
know. We never do the show without the girl herself, CC Cathy Carlson. Hi, CC.
Yeah.
Hey, well, I have some exciting news. We have Stephen as long as we want him tonight.
Whoa.
He's
Well,
sitting
that,
in at church. He's sitting at
Okay.
church and he's sitting in the office and he's on the computer. So
that is
yeah,
awesome. We weren't
wonderful news.
expecting that. We weren't expecting that at
Yeah.
all. That is great news. Thank you so much. All right.
hmm
And y'all know what? Guess what? The guy that I only know in the showbiz with the Emily Purrs team, Ziggy, this James is in the house, and I understand he's related to our guest
Hey,
tonight. Hi, James.
Hey, James.
Can you hear us?
Uh-oh. He
I think
must
it's
be frozen again.
It's
Mm.
pop up gotta be. Yeah.
Oh,
Okay. Hi, Dwayne with the Tigers. Hey, how you doing?
hi,
All
Dwayne and
right.
Sassy Sandra.
All right. Here comes James. All right, James. Hi there.
Hi, cuz.
All right. Hello, audience. We haven't brought him in yet, but we're just going to go ahead and do that right now. Cathy's going to give us his name and just a couple of sentences about him. We'll go break and then we'll come back. Okay. We'll take a break so that everybody have a chance to share the
And hi,
show.
yeah.
And share it to your messages. I'll be sending the link, direct link to you guys, and then you guys go ahead and send it out to your platform and friends. Okay. All right then, Cathy, our special guest for tonight. Tell us about it.
well, it's my pleasure to introduce Stephen Stix, Stix, Josey. And he's an author of a book called Angels Around Me. He's also an award-winning film director at the Philadelphia Film Awards in 2013 for that same film, and he won the Best Director, which is amazing. So so and the trailer and the film is available on YouTube. So it's my pleasure to introduce Stephen Stix Josey.
Hi,
Yeah,
Stephen.
that's cool.
Welcome.
Yeah.
How's everybody doing? Thank you for having me. How's everybody?
Hi.
Hi,
Hey,
hi.
hey.
Hello. We're happy to have you tonight. All right.
Pleasure.
And before we go to break, I just want you to know that I did watch Angels Around Me. It's on Tubi. I know for sure. I watched it today. And then I began to watch The Hills, but I
Oh,
just
yeah.
had some other things to do. You've got about 4 movies out there on platforms right now, and I have to tell you that I will watch all of them probably this weekend, okay? So I got
Thank
some questions for you on those angels around me.
Hey, you know,
Yeah,
Oh, I
yeah,
can.
yeah. I got
if
some
it,
questions.
I
Go
just
ahead,
like to
Stephen.
thank you guys for having me. You know, everybody on the platform, and I also want to thank my church for. I'm at church. You know, I'm at Great Way to Heaven Church of God in Christ in Springfield, Mass. You know, and they were kind and gracious. And they have service going, so I'm
Oh,
upstairs, and
really?
it's a
There
blessing.
is one of your members there. Miss Natalie says, Brother Stephen, we are proud of you.
Oh, thank you. And that's actually one of my teachers. You know, one of my spiritual teachers too. You know, that teaches me everything about the word and everything. She's a wonderful, wonderful woman. Thank you.
Awesome. Awesome. All right. Well, Miss Natalie, please go ahead and if you can, sneak and share around to all of y'all members so they can at least come in and say hello to him. Okay. So we're going to
Yeah.
take a break and give you guys and myself a chance to share. And then we will be right back. So don't you guys go away. All right. Y'all stay with us and we'll be back.
Ooh, we're firing up the Chewy app. Can't say no to these prices. Clumping litter? Resounding yes. Salmon pate? Love that for me. Essentials? Check. Ooh, we have enough to splurge on catnip toys. We did it. I feel so accomplished. Pet me, please. Okay, that's enough. Now back to me time. Love you.
Great prices, happy pets. Chewy.
Some days I cover up because of my moderate to severe plaque psoriasis. Now I feel free to bare my skin thanks to Skyrizi. I'm celebrating my clearer skin my way. With Skyrizi, 3 out of 4 people achieved 90% clearer skin at 4 months. In another study, most people had 90% clearer skin even at 5 years. And Skyrizi is just 4 doses a year after 2 starter doses.
Serious allergic reactions and an increased risk of infections or a lower ability to fight them may occur. Tell your doctor if you have an infection or symptoms, had a vaccine, or plan to.
Thanks to clearer skin with Skyrizi, this is my moment. There's nothing on my skin, and that means everything. Now's the time. Ask your doctor about Skyrizi, the #1 dermatologist prescribed biologic in psoriasis. Learn how AbbVie could help you save.
To 50 years with my best friend and my soulmate.
The Quicker Picker-Upper. When you gotta get it done, one sheet is all you need. And Bounty is 50% more absorbent, so you can use less and get the job done with one.
You've got a bit of your face on your face.
Bounty, the Quicker Picker-Upper.
Here's a thread. The power to connect is the power to change. Connect 2 dots and change the whole plot. Connect one day and change a long week. Connect to one thought and change what you speak. Connecting these hearts, we change their flow, the plan, the path, the course, route, and road. Connect with uncertainty and change what we know. The plots that unfold,
The seeds that we grow.
Connect and change what you want. What do you want?
What do you want?
¿Qué es lo que quieres? Find it and lose it again. Don't like the hue? Change the color. Scared of the storms? Change their thunder. Don't share the dream? Dream another. Connect and change. Your phase, a place, the dance, the towns, the now, your vow, the news, the views, the fight, the night, the light. Anything you like.
Connect.
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 Connect. Connect and change. Connecting changes everything. AT&T.
We got a slight delay.
Yeah, it sounds like there's a little reverb going on. So.
Yeah, I hear that.
That's much better.
Yeah.
Better.
Looks all right.
Is your mom okay there? Is she stuck?
I don't know. She's froze.
We can start. Yeah, we could start talking though. Okay, let's start talking. Okay, Stephen. Well, thank you for being on the show. And yeah, so let's talk about it. So you're an author. So it started off with a book, right? So, and that's Angels Around Me. And what inspired you to write the book? Yeah.
God inspired me. As a little boy, I always knew that I had angels around me, just the different things I've done. So I was in Boston back 14 years ago, back producing an album.
Breaking up.
So started in Boston.
Stephen, you're breaking up on us. You're breaking up kind of bad.
Hey, Stephen, you're breaking up. I don't know why. All of a sudden.
Can you hear me now? Is that better?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yes. Can you start over? I'm sorry.
Yeah, no problem. No, I was saying that I was in Boston. You know, God inspired me. 14 years ago, I was actually doing an album. So I was out there doing an album for artists named Lucha. So while I was staying out there, I just started thinking, and I have a friend who was in a television show called The Wire. So we have a mutual friend, Matt Starks, who used to play for the Pittsburgh Steelers. So I said, you know what? I'm going to write this movie, me being an angel, and I got to save you. You know, because I've always had angels around, but I'm going to save you in this movie. How do you feel about it? He said, no problem. So I wrote the movie in 5 days. And 21 days later, God blessed us, and we were able to film in Boston. So we did the movie in Boston, and that's history. Got the movie done. It was an amazing journey. It's my first movie I ever wrote, produced, and directed, and starred in, as well as the book, cover of the book. But I'm also getting ready to do a TV show now, which is awesome. That's what I always wanted to do anyways. But I want to get the movie and the book here just to put it into the world. But now, you know, we don't have anything biblically kind of like out there in society. So I want
Stephen, can I just ask you real quick? There's a delay, so can you just speak kind of slowly so it catches up with you? You know, like just speak a little more slowly. I'm sorry. Okay.
No problem.
So I did hear that it something about the football team. What was the football team? How did the football team involved with this? You said
no. Okay, Matt Starks. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, if you speak, you know, that level.
He played for the Pittsburgh Steelers. So we have a mutual friend, a guy named Carl Clemens. He was in a television show called The Wire. So I reached out to him and I asked him, would he mind if I wrote this movie and I'm going to save him? And I said, I'm going to be an angel. I'm going to save you. He said, okay. And so he came down. I wrote the movie in 5 days. 21 days later, we were.
Wow, that's amazing. So you came up with, you know, a producer. I mean, that's hard to do. I mean, sometimes it takes years, you know, to have that happen. So, but you were friends with them? Is that what happened?
Yeah,
you
I
were
was
friends with the major producers, you know?
With the actor, Carl Clemens. Him and I were good friends, you know, through an NFL player that I met. And we became good friends, and we've been friends for years. And so it was a blessing, you know, just to be able to write that. Like, I was actually acting in movies for years. I was in my first movie 20 years ago with David Faustino, who plays as Bud Bundy. I've been an actor, and I've been a music producer for 30 years, and I was on Sony for 5 years as an in-house music producer. So producing's always been a niche for me. So when I decided to go ahead and produce my own movie, I went before God, got on my knees, prayed about it. He gave me the story. 5 days, I was done.
Cool.
Well, that's amazing, because I was blown away when I saw your stats. I mean, it shows that you produced 22 films. So was it directed 20, and you acted in 28? I mean, you're not even look old enough to be having that much experience.
I mean, to be honest,
so
I'll be 60. Yeah. I'll be 60 years old in a couple of years. I'll be 60. 60 years old.
Yeah, but you have that youthful energy. That's terrific. Can you just, even though we're switching, but can you just say a little bit about what you've done with music? Because it looks like, you know, you worked with some legends, real legends, and you've known legends. So go ahead.
Well, I've been blessed to
Talk about
yeah, I've been trained by one of the best out there, a guy named Robert Cool Bell from Cool in the Gang. He's like a godfather to me. So he taught me a lot about music. I became a music producer for Sony Records for 5 years. I produced everybody from John Legend, Wu-Tang, Mobb Deep. Started with Mobb Deep. A guy named Prodigy of Mobb Deep, God rest his soul, he discovered me. And when he discovered me, yeah, the rest was history. So I did find stint at Sony Records. Like I said, John Legend, Wu-Tang, Mobb Deep, Remy Ma, all these people, I produce music for. I play several instruments. I play drums. That's why I get the name Stix. I play piano. I play bass. And also, being at Sony, I learned how to mix. I learned how to master. I learned different things. So my newer projects that I have out, like Big Riz and True Telefana, my album, I produced those and I mixed those myself in my own studio. But that's from getting the training from being at Sony Records. And it's just been a blessing, and I continue to do music. And now, I've given my life to Christ now. So now I want to do things that's going to be, glorifying God. And so I'm going away from the R&B.
Amen to that. Yeah.
Doing the gospel.
Yeah. We need more earth angels. So, yeah.
Great way to heaven,
Well,
is a great.
So you're multi-platinum. Yeah, as
Yes.
well. You're multi-platinum on your artist, your newest artist. Can you talk a little bit about your now current projects?
Yeah, I have Big Riz, and Big Riz is, we have a new album now called New Dawn, New Day that's been out. I'm doing well. And I have an artist, Telefana, that I worked with. Her album went flat right off the gate. And it's a hip hop artist.
Oh, Stephen, real quick, you're breaking up again. I'm sorry. Can you just repeat your artist? I know you said
Big Riz. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you a little bit.
Okay, good. No, I said Big Riz. The album's called New Dawn, New Day. That's doing well. Then True Telefana, her album is platinum. And the albums are on all platforms. And then I have my album out there called Stix. That's on all platforms as well. Excited about that.
Hey.
Okay, can anybody hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. I'm checking on you, trying to make sure you're okay.
Cathy, can you?
Hey, yeah, I can hear you.
Okay.
I'm.
All right,
I can hear you.
All right, Sybil. Thank you.
Okay.
Stephen, can you hear me?
I can hear you, James.
Happy to meet you.
Did you guys hear that they found today on unrelated, but they found Tupac's killer and arrested him?
No, I didn't hear that.
1996 it happened. They arrested a guy in connection with it today.
Wow, that took a long time.
It took a long time.
Wow, that's news.
Yes.
Well, we're all excited about your great projects.
No.
Very talented, and God has really blessed you.
Yeah. Thank you. All the glory go to God. But that's what we're here. We're here to take our gifts and apply them and use them, for the good. And that's why I said with the Angels Around the TV show, I want to bring it back like that. Like if people have seen Touched by an Angel, and if they can remember this to mimic my Angel Around the TV show, to mimic Angel, because we're all touched by it. And we have to be grateful and thankful and give back. And put God out here.
Yeah, touched by the angel.
We can't be afraid to put God out.
So how would you say that your TV series would differ though from that?
My
Touched by an Angel.
Yeah, because I have 3 angels that are on assignment. That I'm giving them the assignments, and it's going to be on today's topic. Things that are going on in the world today. So I'll mix with the world today. And each episode will have a major star that people know, And then from there, we're doing that. You know, younger people can really like catch on it. Like whatever's going on in society is one. So each episode will mimic a topic that's really happening in the world today. And that's what's going to make it, you know, like
Wow.
you're going to have 3 angels who.
And where are you filming this?
I want to film it. I want to film it in LA, but I want to film it wherever God brings me, wherever God leads me. You know, and that's what I want to do. Wherever we're going to do it here.
Get right up, bring it right back.
No problem.
And everybody, yeah. I guess Emily working her magic behind the scenes. Yeah.
There were some technical difficulties. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you now.
You can hear me now?
Now
Okay, there was some technical difficulties, and I had to refresh the studio screen. Okay, sorry about that. James will be back in too. He's coming in now. James, you are in. Your camera's not showing. Okay. Yeah, I don't know what happened with that. We did get a troll come in, and so I don't know if that messed up everything or not. But yeah, I was trying to I'll tell that to the audience that the movie does the title doesn't kind of really match the movie too well. The end is at the surprise about the angels. I kept watching the angels front.
Yeah.
And I never did find the angels. I'm like, okay, wait a minute. Now where are the angels? Angels. Come on now. Yeah, you say that to the very end.
Yeah, David, to the very end, you see us walking off into heaven. You know, so that's the whole thing. Like we were only visual to certain people. Like the people that we were on assignment, they were the only ones that could see us. So we came back to, you know, and the thing about it, when you read the book, the guy who's the angel with me actually is the one that he killed me. He made me an angel. So imagine that. I had to make that choice in front of Lazarus to say, okay, I'm going to work with this guy. You know what I mean? And so I had to work with him. In order for me to cross over, I had to save some people. And you know, but I didn't want to expose it until the very end.
Until the very end. Yeah, I really love the city lights. You filmed that in Boston. You got some great shots of the city.
Thank you.
You filmed that in Boston?
Yes.
Oh yeah,
yes.
That's really good.
Boston. Yes. In 2011, actually, I filmed it in 2011. It came out in the film festival in 2012, and then Green Apple released it around the world in 2013. So it's been out for 10 years, like in terms of.
I could see the timeline on the chorus.
Stephen, talk about some of the equipment that you use.
In terms of music, I use native instruments. You know, I love native instruments. I use a drum machine, CHI K3. I used to use the MPC. You know, when I was at Sony, I used that for several years. I used the Yamaha keyboard, native instrument keyboards. You know, Yamaha bass, just Fender. You know, guitar, just different things. Different things. I use Pro Tools for when I'm mixing.
What about camera?
Well, camera, I don't really film. So, you know, a lot of the cameras are red cameras, shoot with the red. Because now
they didn't have red back in 2011. Now, come on now. Come on.
They didn't.
No, but that's an expensive camera.
Yeah, but they didn't have it back then. That's my point.
Jeremy Traub, who was the DP, I think he used a Nokia. He used a Nokia camera. Whatever he did, it was clarity of that was awesome. I mean,
for 2011, that was pretty good filming. Yeah,
he did a great job. Him and his crew did a great job. Had a great gaffer, had a great grip. Just had a great team, and his lighting was good. He had a Nokia. He filmed with a Nokia back then. So the movies we do now, right? But back then it was with a Nokia. He had a Nokia, and he did.
Yeah, you got 5 upcoming movies, right?
Yeah, got several movies coming up. One of the main ones, though, is a movie called it's about a gentleman who was, his name is Mr. Cousins. It's a true story.
I'm sorry, Stephen. What's it called? I'm sorry.
Called
we didn't hear the title. You broke.
The Regiment. called the
Regiment.
A regiment. Okay.
The regiment.
The
Yeah, and
regiment.
it's about
Regiment.
it's about the Revolutionary War, and it's about the first people of color in Massachusetts, in this area, in the western, in this part of New England area, that was able to fight in the Revolutionary War because there was no more Minutemen or anything. So George went before Congress and asked could they have people of color, mixed people, Indians and black people, join in the service. And what would happen is when they're done, they would have their freedom. So they did great. In fact, the Battle of 1778, which is what I focus on, took place in Pawtucket, Rhode Island. And at that time, there was 3,570 something which is Germans and Brits that they teamed up. They were together. And they were actually getting ready to come over and take over the whole eastern side of the United States. And there was 13 colonies. We would not be the United States had they won. 250 men ran them off, and they saved them. And people don't realize that. So I want to tell that story, and it's called The Regiment. And it's an amazing, amazing film. It's a true story. So something I wrote, and I'm really excited. That's
okay, so that's what you're working on right now?
That's one that I have in the closet. What I'm working on right now is the Angels Around TV show. So I'm writing episodes for that.
Oh, TV show. Okay. Now, you speak about family. How did I understand that you are part African-American and part Italian. And you were born in New York, is that correct?
I was born in Troy, New York, yes.
Yes, and so where does James fit in there?
My mother's related to him, so that's how we're related.
Your father is related to James?
No, my mother. My father was black.
Your
my
mother.
Parents
okay.
My mother was related. So
all
that's how
right.
I'm related.
And so, James, you're part Italian.
Well, my mom, Doris, is his aunt.
Yep.
Okay. So, and Ziegler, Ziegler seems to appear to be what?
German.
So German?
Yeah. German. And I'm Polish.
And so you're part German and part Italian. And part
I'm
Polish.
And part
Polish, yep.
Okay.
We're both much, though.
So that's why.
Yeah.
All right, so
I'm black, so I'm a black man. That's
I looked at you in the movie. I say he kind of looks like he's a Spike Lee in a bit, as far as your physical position and shape, form, and fashion,
Right.
And I have rarely could recognize you as the angel. So it seems based on your recent current photos, I guess like me, you've lost weight. You lost quite some weight.
A lot of pounds. I was 230 and I'm 190 and healthy. And I think
that's really good. Yeah, let's hear a round of applause.
You gave it to me, cuz.
Yeah.
He gave it to me.
Yeah, I look at my old movies. Like, I'm in a lot of. I look at how big. Like, wow, that was really me.
Yeah.
Yeah. So now when you go on your series, saying you'll look more fit for the screen because not that you didn't look good then.
They won't need a wide angle lens. She's saying.
No, it's just that was part of my goal too. I was 100. I want you to check out my movie, and then you'll see what I'm talking about. Because when I filmed my movie in 2017, I was at 160 pounds, and now I'm like 99 pounds. So when I get ready to do my TV series, I will look a lot better on screen. I said all that to say this is the point that I was making for us in the film industry. Your goal is to look your best on the screen because the screen really does put you 20 pounds larger.
Oh, it does.
Already are. So in my movie, I look like I weigh 180 pounds, right?
I was looking like 250.
Yeah. And you were short too, like me. I was like, he's not really that tall because I'm like 4'8", 4'9". 4 and a half or something. So you got to be about what, 5'3", 5'5"?
5'5". Yeah. 5.
I knew it.
But hold up.
That's
The girl.
Yes.
The girl knows her stuff. You got to give it to me.
Like my friend David Faustino.
Yeah, Emily does.
Yeah,
and I like to say hello to Doug.
Yeah, he's short. He's shorter than me. Like he comes to here to me. Now I'm short. Now David Faustino is right here to me, and I love him. Love hanging around.
5'4".
Oh, you 5'4"? Okay, we right there.
Yeah, that's my height too. I'm 5'4". I'm 5'4".
Well, Tim, I guess you're the tallest, Tim. I guess what, 5'9"?
5'10".
Yes.
5'10".
Yeah, but I
I
can relate to you on the weight issue. I was at 230, and I had to drop 30 pounds. Yeah.
Yeah. Tim, a round of applause.
What a difference it makes. Makes a big difference.
It makes a heck of a difference.
Yeah.
Me and you are the same height, Tim.
Yeah, I look at
okay.
myself. Oh, like, look at God. You know, like, if you do it and apply yourself and you put God first, you start to change your eating habits, it'll do it.
Yeah.
And you know you can pray to lose weight too.
Absolutely. You can pray to do it.
That was part of that was really like probably 50%.
Yeah, you're right, Emily.
That's about 50% of how I lost my
prayer.
weight, you know. Because I really didn't Sybil and Tim know I can't exercise. And Tim knows, and Sybil knows I never changed my eating habits really.
Yeah.
So basically maybe even 70% of my losing weight was prayer, because I had a back issue, and I knew that I needed to get this weight off of my back, my spine, and that was my prayer that I prayed on a meditative basis, you know. And before I knew it, I just started melting, right?
Yeah.
Look at God. Look at God. Prayer.
You can ask God for anything that you want to. Yeah, you can ask God for anything that you want, and if He knows that you need it and this is helpful for you, He will do it for you.
God will do it, and He's amazing. I've given my life to Christ, you know, over the last several months, and I've been devoted. I've been fasting. I've been praying. I'm at the church now. That, you know, I'm a great way to having, you know, Church of God in Christ Springfield, and I thank them for bringing me in and letting me be one of the brothers there to teach me the word.
Yes, that is just awesome, because, you know, I know in 2011, I could tell by your movie where your mindset was.
It was different. And wait till you see the hills. My mindset was different there.
I already saw the first part of it.
I mean, it's like my mind was someplace else, and now it's and I think I think
you can't believe yourself now, can you?
Huh?
I said you cannot believe that this is the real you now, can you?
Because this is who God wanted me to be, and I want to just get
you to be. That's right.
The sister Natalie, she's actually been teaching me the word and really working with me. I'm just grateful, and I'm thankful to Elder James. You know, I'm thankful to Pastor Lee, you know, our Pastor Sharon Lee. I'm thankful to the whole congregation, because my mind, like you said, it's about your mind. My mind now is different. I mean, I want to do things that's pleasing to God. I was doing things that was pleasing to me in terms of eating, doing my thinking. I grew up in Boston, so I wrote about things. You know, and now it's like I want to write about the things that I dream of now. And that's about better, being somewhere great for the people in the world. You know, the straight way to heaven. That church is actually helping me. This church is actually helping me get it right and get it tight and be right with God. Once we're right with God, take care of its place. And I just want to give a thank you to my cousin James. You know, I love you, James, man, and I appreciate you. I want to give a thank you to Miss Cathy.
I love you too, Steve.
And to you, Emily. I thank you guys so much, man. And I feel God's presence, you know, even here talking to all of you. And I thank you guys. You know, and that's why I really want to do Angels Around Me TV series, so we can bring God to the masses. We got to bring them back. We got to bring them back in a way where they'll understand them. And that's how I feel.
Well, let me just share this with you, and then Tim, I'm going to come to you. I had a Sunday broadcast that I did for 2 years because we were stuck in COVID, and my show is called Talk About Angels, and you can actually search for it on Facebook, and you can see all of my broadcasts because I broadcast every Sunday from home for 2 years at 1:00. So I'm going to bring the show back next month, starting around the second or third Sunday in October. And I definitely want you to email me, and so that I can get your email, or Cathy will share it to me. But I'm going to put my email in here so that is that Pastor Natalie, so that she can see it too. And you guys email me because I would like to have you guys as guests on my first show back. If we can arrange the time that's best for you, because I'm on Central Standard Time, and on a Sunday at 1:00. I don't know if I'm going to do it at 1:00, which would be you're on Eastern Standard Time.
Yes,
which would
Eastern Standard Time.
Which would be like 2:00 for you, but y'all might be in church. Or I can change my show to 4:00 Central Standard Time, and then that would be 5:00.
Perfect.
Eastern time for y'all. That would work for you.
Yeah, the pastor here is Dr. Sherman Lee. That's the pastor. Sister Natalie is actually one of the members here that's actually teaching me. So she's been teaching me, really working with me. So I would really, she's brilliant. I would love to have her on the show.
Yeah, sure. I can 2 or 3 of y'all is fine. You can see I can have up to 10 people at the same time on this show. Yeah, so we'll have some church. We'll have some church.
Yeah, nice.
Stephen,
With the Holy Spirit.
did I hear you right?
Yeah, because I was born in Springfield, Mass. So I think that's great. I'll watch the show too.
So y'all bring my email address down, Sister Natalie, and y'all send me your emails so that I can keep you all abreast as I progress along. Okay. But yeah, I want to get my show back up and running. Because I was doing like 5 shows a week, and I just got burned out, tired, and I kept mostly the local shows going. And the one that she got it. Thank you, sister. I'll be seeing you soon. All right.
Natalie, she's awesome.
Okay,
Right.
Tim, you want to say something before we go to break?
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna ask you the question, and then you can answer it when we come back from break. Going in the direction that you're going in, if you had an opportunity to work with whoever you would like to, who would that be and why?
All right. Well, let's take a break, and you got time to think about that one, Stephen. All right. All right. Don't go away, you guys. We'll be back.
This is Cassie. She never really paid attention to her credit scores until she got Credit Karma and used her scores to score more, like her first ride. When it was time to upgrade, she shopped around for a lower auto insurance rate to go with it. Even when she decided to blaze a new trail, Credit Karma helped her with an auto loan to get her where she was going. But where is she going? Credit Karma. Download the free money app where your hard work pays off.
Oof, gotta get rid of this.
Tell me why.
Because it stinks.
Have you tried new Downy Rinse and Refresh?
It helps remove odors 3 times better than detergent alone.
It worked, guys.
Yeah.
New Downy Rinse and Refresh.
Introducing IHG One Rewards. 17 hotel brands, 6,000 global destinations. One loyalty program that lets you guest how you guest.
Victor, why are you still living with odors? Get back in there and freshen instantly with new Febreze Air Mist. That's right, Febreze now has a new, finer mist that floats in the air longer and quickly fills the room to fight even your toughest odors. Leftover fried fish funk? Instant freshness.
Gaming teen odors? Instant freshness. Spray new Febreze Air Mist to keep your home smelling fresh and clean.
Well, we are back. And just a reminder, Stephen and Sister Nellie in your church, I'd like for you all to watch my movie. It's called Purrs, AAL, the movie, and it's also on Tubi. And Roku, yes. Not only that, it's also on Plex and a lot of international platforms as well. And TikTok gave us a stat of 433 million views.
Amen.
And IMBD, well, I can never say those initials right. We have a 9. We have a 9 out of 10 star rating on my movie.
Go ahead. Isn't God good?
Yeah, it's a family movie. It's clean. No cursing, no nudity, no vulgarity, no sex, none of that stuff. Just a good old-fashioned family, Perry Mason style, courtroom action drama movie.
Beautiful. God is good.
Yes, He is. And so maybe we can get together and work sometime in the near future. I'm doing some script writing right now myself, just like you, because I plan to do a TV series from this movie myself. And each one will be something different. So if you like writing courtroom, prosecutor, defense attorney scripts, and I know you do because you were the attorney in one of the that's the Hills, wasn't it? You're the attorney.
Yeah, I would love to be a part of what you're doing. Help it.
Yeah, and so I've watched Perry Mason all my life. You probably have watched some of his episodes too. So, and I'm looking for some script writers so that they can get full recognition on each episode.
Man, I'm in.
You're in? All right, yay!
Okay, and we got this settled. Can you remember my question, Stephen?
Yeah.
Your question. Answer to your question is who I can work with.
You went out. You went out.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Yeah.
So I to your question, who I would like to work with, and I believe God is going to make it happen. Will Smith. Why his dad was actually the one that helped me win the best. I had his dad at Philadelphia.
Will Smith. Will Smith.
God,
That's what he said.
Will Smith.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, and so
yeah,
Will
he has
Smith's
connection with them.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you a bit.
Yeah. Will Smith's
breaking up all of a sudden. I don't know.
What about now?
Yeah, go ahead.
Will Smith's dad was actually at the Philadelphia Film Festival with me. And the reason being, the other guy that played the angel in the movie is his nephew. So Will Smith's dad, Derek's dad are brothers. They both have passed away. God rest their souls. And long story short, also good friends with Will Smith's wife, Cherie. So she's going to be helping be part of the Angels Around Me TV series as well. So looking forward to meeting Will and to working with him. And I think that's going to be a great journey. I mean, that's I've admired him. He came from music like he did and went into film. He's a brilliant man, and that's where.
Yeah, cool.
That's
wow,
awesome.
that's outstanding right there.
So, what's your favorite movie by him, Stephen?
Every one of them. I don't have a favorite. I love them all.
I love Will Smith.
Me too. And the other thing I like about Will Smith movies, I've always liked his movies because his movies was clean. He didn't do any cursing in those movies, And now, James, is that Rosie? What's her name? Sadie?
That's Sadie, yes.
Oh, okay. So
She's saying hi to Stephen.
Oh,
hey, what's up?
I'm right there.
What's up, Sadie?
Let's get some questions in from Sybil. Sybil, your questions for Stephen.
Well, all right. I'm just loving this show, and I want to say a special hello to Doug. He's tuned in. And I'd like to know also where you got the name Stix, S-T-I-X.
Well, when my mother, I didn't live with my mother for the first 6 years of my life, so I had a rough coming up. So my mother got me at 6 years old, brought me to Boston. And when I got to Boston, she took me to a place called the Boston Commons. And so they were doing concerts on the park. So there was a gentleman playing drums. They did intermission. I ran up there at 6 years old, jumped on the drum set. My mother came running up on the stage and get off the drums. And the drummer said, no, let him play. Matter of fact, let me talk. He started talking to me. He said, you're gonna do this. He said, matter of fact, take these sticks. I'm gonna call you Little Sticks. And I've carried that name since.
Oh, wow. That is
Awesome.
Yeah, that's good.
That's amazing. I thought perhaps it had something to do with drums. And
Yes.
so I'm excited about your TV series too. Once you get them filmed, are you going to try to have it on Netflix or what platform so we can watch it?
I'm going to talk to, I'm leaving that open. Lionsgate, Netflix. I'm going to leave it open because I'm not going to film it. They're going to film it. So, this is not going to be it's going to be a major studio.
Right.
So whatever studio it up,
I
they'll
see.
film it. Yeah, they'll have people that's going to be over watching everything that I'm doing, which is good though, because I'm looking forward to an opportunity to work with a major studio because I think we need to have Touched by an Angel back up. And this is what that's going to be.
Yeah, quick question
Wow,
for you. How is the market of the writers being on strike affecting it at all?
They're off strike now.
Off now, so they just got off. So I said, but now we can get, everybody can get back.
Right.
And try to, and make some things happen. But the main thing is, Sybil, I'm just gonna let God pick the network. I'm gonna let God pick the city and the state that it's gonna be filmed in. Because I'm open. I mean, I'll do it in a lot. I'll do it with.
That always works best when you let God be in control.
Well, it sure is.
Sybil, you love to tell the story about how my movie came about, so I'm gonna let Sybil,
well, of course,
tell how my movie making came about.
Yeah, and I never get tired of telling it either. I was gonna try to jump in and get it in edgewise. So thank you for opening that door. Anyway, one night, me and Emily was chit-chatting around, and I talked to you later. And the next morning, I almost fell out of the bed. She said, I wrote a movie. And
no, I'm going to write a movie.
Oh, I'm going to write a movie. I thought, well, okay. And before I knew it, she wrote the movie, and then she gave me a wonderful part in there. I'm like her, I guess, secretary and speaking role. And then next thing I knew, she did all the casting, and then she picked out our friends, for the cameraman, and she got the thing edited, and it's just amazing. So I'm really excited for people to see the movie, and she's got so many views on this. I even lost touch with the number on it, but Emily can tell you. I mean, one day she didn't do anything, and the next few days or a few weeks, there's the movie, and it's her very first time, and she did all by herself, humanly speaking. But of course, God had placed it on her heart to do that. So when He's behind a project, you can't help but to be a success.
Yeah, and when I called her and told her that the next day, I told her, I said, God told me to write a movie. She said, what? I said, yeah. And he actually did. I was watching Perry Mason. I've always watched it ever since I was 6 years old. And and it just came to me when I was watching one of the shows. And I said, God, well, I got Facebook Live shows going. We don't question our God. And I said, and I'm doing this. I got all this to do, and then I got my seasonal job I have to work on. That I have to work for 2 or 3 or 4 months out of the year and write a movie. I said, what in the world would I write about? And the Spirit just said, write about what you know. And I was watching Perry Mason, and I was like, I know Perry Mason inside and out. So that is the style that I chose. and it made it very easy for me to write the script. And then everybody just started cooperating with God. Just let everything just start falling in place, because I didn't know where I was going to be filming. I didn't know how I was going to be filming. I knew I wasn't going to be able to pay anybody, so this was like a no budget film to begin with. And then he got
amazing.
But let me show you how God works. God introduced me to an old friend that I had known from when I had worked for the government at the Defense Depot here in Memphis. Hadn't seen this lady in what, probably 40 years. And so she had her business in this very quaint, very nice 2-story mansion style house in our in our what we call our central gardens, Peabody. The Peabody Hotel. This neighborhood is the Peabody neighborhood. So all of these houses are like the rich held it in Memphis when Memphis first opened. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I was able to use this one house to shoot every single scene in, except for the restaurant scene and the courthouse scene. And then God put together an introduction with me with an actual judge who actually let us use his courthouse, his courtroom, to do the courtroom scene. And we already had Charles Cavalli of the covered restaurant, who Sybil had sought out for us 8 years ago when we first started our radio broadcast, and he had been sponsoring our radio broadcast, so we already had a restaurant. And God just put everything in place and just falling like dominoes, man. So that's the reason why I say you told Sybil the right answer when you told her that let God choose everything, because he will do it and put it exactly the way that he wants it and put everything in place for you.
Amen. You're so right. And God bless you. And I'm just grateful for you. I'm thankful for James for connecting me with Sybil, for your son. I mean, it's just grateful. And then when you can feel the presence of God, and we talk about nothing, and then and I forget, me. When my intention was always good. I knew that I wanted to do something. I wanted to give my life to God one day. And I did
Shane DeBane's there.
Cathy Sissy Carlson. Oh, okay. You're a producer on your show. Hello, Shane. Elvis from Ireland. Thank you so much for joining us from Ireland.
Nice to meet you. I love Ireland. Been there a couple times. Yeah.
And that's the thing. I'll just share this with Shane and with Stephen. The bulk of our support, Stephen, for our shows, ever since we started our radio broadcasting shows 10 years ago, has always been international. The bulk of our fans are international, and we find that just, delightful.
God is good. God is all over the world,
Yes, yes.
Yes, he is.
Yes, and I'm just thankful. Just glad to see, another note. I have a person who's always with me, Brother Greg. He helps me out a lot. So I just shout him out, and I want to give a shout out to Victor. Just anybody that missed, like.
Hi, Natalie.
And this Sunday though is the anniversary of my mom's passing. 10 years. I just want to say, just keep my mom in your prayers too. This week and over this week. It's a tough time. It's been 10 years now.
Yeah.
It's only so my dad's been gone 20 years. So now I thank God that I have God. I have people like Natalie, but people that help me. They're working with me and directing me and teaching me the Bible. Teaching me the word.
Yes. Well, I know your parents are that
They say we get
mindset.
over it, but we never do.
Yeah, and I know that they are proud that you are, that you know Christ now,
Yeah.
and that you're going to be okay because once you give your life to Him, you're going to be okay. And I know that they are resting peacefully, knowing that you go okay now. You know.
Yes, amen. I'm just thankful to God. Now I know something for me. You know, I know where my
Yeah, and I'm
I know,
glad too. I'm glad too for you because that's just one more soldier in the army of the Lord. Amen.
Now
Yeah,
we got to
because
find out.
it's definitely a spiritual battle in Hollywood.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, I've been in it 30 years, so
Okay, yeah, you know
where I'm at because I never.
Tim said, "Oh yeah, you know."
Yeah, I don't perform. No, I don't have any
Well,
fight.
Stephen, I got a question. How true is it that you were born with a pen and paper and camera?
I was born with a pen and paper and camera.
That's what I heard.
Yeah, no, hey, I was born. God had a plan. Before I came, He was like, "I got a plan for you, son. Don't worry about it."
There you go. There you go.
Got a plan. He got a plan for all of us, and I feel great because I feel I'm gonna do anything you guys are doing. I'm all in, and anything I'm doing, I would love to have you guys be a part of. Angels around me. Really,
I would love to. I would love
Yes.
to. I certainly would.
I'd like to make a comment after for Stephen and Emily.
Okay.
Shane again, hi. Stephen, even you don't know this. It's a two-part question.
Okay.
Number one, what software did you use to write your scripts?
Okay, I actually use Celtic, CELTX. You know,
I
love
have it.
Celtic. Yeah, I've been using that since it came out. I've been using it and I love it. And everything it needed to do, it did it. You know, it was great with the transitions. It just breaks everything down for me, and I love it. So I use Celtics. What's your second part?
The second part that you don't know, Stephen, is I started writing scripts a couple years ago.
All right, there you go, guys. That's what's up.
Hey.
Surprise!
So it must run in the family.
Definitely runs in the family.
Yeah.
I'm excited. You know, like I can remember. I'm gonna just tell this one story. I remember when I was a little boy, and my mom took me. It was the first time I had met my cousin, and I went to a farm that they had, and we was riding mini bikes. I never forget that. I enjoyed myself so much. That was a good time. And I didn't get to see him again until my mom passed away. But you know what I mean. Years later, I was thankful that. Thank you, Jeff, for you guys.
And both our moms are very proud of us.
Yes, they are, man.
Oh, I'm sure. Yes, of course. So, Sybil, Jen is watching, and Jen Hill, thank you for watching. I want you to know we miss you, girl.
Hey, Jen.
Yes, we do.
I've been seeing your fabulous videos about Live Good, and we need to get them on the show. I think you made one for Sybil, and I'm gonna get hers on the commercial reel. Okay. So Shane from Ireland has a question for all of us. And Shane says, what is your favorite Elvis Presley gospel song? Question. What is your favorite Elvis Presley gospel song? Sybil.
How great thou art.
Okay.
Of course.
Mine is Amazing Grace.
Yeah.
I like Amazing Grace too.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah. Cathy.
I always love Amazing Grace. I mean, I hear it on the radio, and I just boom.
It brings tears to your eyes.
Yeah. She says Elvis singing it. Okay. And Stephen.
Yeah.
Well, we call on him. I like Amazing Grace too, but we call on him. I like everything that man. That man.
Yes.
So I'm anything like when you ask me what my favorite movie that Will did or what all of the songs that Elvis did.
Yes, yes, he had that feeling, that soul, that inner spirit that nobody didn't want to recognize as spiritual. You know,
Yeah, it
they
was.
wanted to classify rock and roll and blues and everything but spiritual. And I believe that's the reason why he definitely decided to do a gospel album, because that gospel album sold more dollars than any of his other albums.
And hell,
And Grammy got a Grammy award on it.
He got a Grammy Award on it too, on his gospel albums, you know. So I applaud him for being able to see through what people were trying to make him be, other than what he really was, who he really was.
He
That's the
really
way.
was.
That's yeah. You let God tell you what to do to get the message out that He wants out there, and that's what Elvis did. He made that gospel album, and that gospel album hit at the top of the charts. Stayed on the charts for a long, long time.
For a long time, and I talk about his gospel music in my book. You're an Elvis fan, F.
Yeah,
I
sure
have a chapter
do.
on that.
Sure do.
Yeah, and anyway, just to let you know real quick.
Sandra
both
say she likes
yeah.
Sandra likes how great they are. Go ahead. I'm sorry, Cathy.
Nice. Well, James Ziegler and I are both work with Chuck Tennant of Big Fish Music, and he has songs by the Jordanaires, gospel songs that have never been released.
Okay.
Recorded
And also,
in the same
also,
studio as Ricky Nelson. Yeah.
my producer,
Mm-hmm.
his wife's gospel album too. Zell Black.
Got what?
Oh, okay.
I don't think none of you guys ever heard Zell.
I used to like the Blackwood Brothers. Is that who you're talking about?
No, it's
No.
it was the Black River Girls.
Okay. No, I haven't heard of them.
Yeah, it's.
She has a beautiful
Well,
voice.
she was with. Yeah.
Okay.
Anyway, she was with
All right.
Motown. She was with Motown. She was signed with Motown.
Okay, so we
Zell
are
Black.
getting a little bit off topic, and what we're gonna do is go right back now and thank Stephen so much for coming. We're gonna wrap up the show. Your closing comments, Sybil.
Well, I'm telling you what, you're just part of our family, Stephen, and you're going to have to come back on again. And you have such a great passion, and you love people, and you love God, of course. And my pleasure of meeting you. It was a wonderful show, and thank you, Cathy, for inviting Stephen.
All right, Tim.
Hey, great show. Thanks, Stephen, for taking time out of your schedule to sit and give us this knowledge that you threw out there. And yeah, man, I wish you nothing but the best, and keep the faith.
All right, Cathy.
Yeah, well, I look forward to working with Stephen on Angels Around Me. And yeah, we're looking for, funding for it too. So if anyone wants to jump in, let us know, okay?
Yes, for sure. And James.
Stephen, when we get a chance, I'm going to email you a song. I want to hear what your comments are on it.
Okay.
All right. Well, let me just thank everybody so much for tuning in, our audience, all of our visitors, far, near, and afar, local, and national, and international. Thank y'all so much. But I couldn't do this show without my terrific team. And thank you guys for all that you do. I know I don't get a chance to say thank you enough, but these guys did so much to help me out. It's just, it's just unimaginable. Oh, and Stephen has his book up, and I'm letting you be last on the comments. Go ahead, Stephen. Put your book up there. And where is it available?
I want to say thank you to God. And this book right here is Angels Around Me, and this is what started it off. And it's available in Walmart, anywhere you want to order it at, on our platform. So
at Walmart. Okay.
Yeah, Walmart, everywhere. So it's by Stephen, Stephen Stix Josey. And I just thank you. And this counts for everything. I just want to thank you all. I want to give thanks to Straight Way to Heaven Church for allowing me to grace during the service. I'm here. They're having a service, and they allowed me to come up here in the office and be on this TV show with you guys. And I thank you guys so much. I thank Sister Natalie for tuning in. And I thank everybody. Thank you, Cathy. Thank you, James. Thank you, Thank you, Brian. And I love you guys. Thank you.
We
Love
love
you,
you
Stephen.
too. You are so
Bye,
welcome.
Stephen.
All right.
And so we're not going yet because I got to do my closing tonight. To all
All right.
of my pearls in the audience tonight, a pearl is defined as a precious thing. It is the finest example of something special. So it doesn't matter whether you are rich or poor. You, my pearls, are a precious thing. You are the finest example of someone special. All right. And as we say around here in the Emily Pearl studio, listen, don't hate them, congratulate them. And if you deem it and mean it, I promise you, my pearls, everything good that you do will what team?
Come
Come
back to
back
you.
to you. Now that's
Bye.
our time. And we will see
Night.
y'all. Thanks
All right.
everybody for watching. We love y'all.